Today, I'm going to talk about how to build a small log cabin. Let's go. I'm Becky. One day, I had enough. So I sold it all, moved to the country, and built my own log cabin with my own two hands. Now, I spend my time discovering new ways to live a simple, healthy lifestyle with more free time and way less stress. Then, sharing what I've learned with you. Welcome to Becky's Homestead. I'm literally going to start from my beginning and tell you how I did it step by step, just so you have an idea and maybe you can formulate navigate your trail and, make a plan, make a path. All right, so what I did is I had a house in the suburbs that I had built brand new, but I had that house built with through like the Fannie Mae program, kind of like a HUD house where it's the first time, low income people, and you have to just follow their program. They'll help you through it. So that's what I did. Because I was just like, oh, I want to get a house and I'm a poor person. I have money, but not a lot of money. So I did that. And then I sold the house, lived in the house for a while, sold the house, and I was just like, oh, this is wonderful, but I want to build a little log cabin. So that, in the meantime, I must say, I had purchased just raw land that was further, let me just think, further north than where I lived. So I had purchased that, small down payments, small payments, and I had been paying on that for a few years. So I already had that land. And then I sold the house and I had $50,000 cash. That's how much I made on the house. That's it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to make this happen. So then I went to look at log cabins. They have kits, all different kinds of kits and different companies and everything else. And I knew I wanted just a little log cabin because that is all I felt like I could build. I didn't feel like I could build a mansion myself. So I wanted to do it myself. So I went and looked at the little log cabin kits, the smallest one. Well, there were some smaller, but you have to go by code. So at the time, you had to have 800 square foot house at least. So that's the size cabin I got, 800 square feet. This is it. And I love my cabin so much. And it was doable. Of course, it's not finished yet. And, is any house ever completely finished? I don't know. Even if it is, it starts falling down. You got to make repairs. So you're never done. Just get that through your head when you own. Anyway, so I did that. I got the kit, had it delivered to my little piece of property I was paying on. And I had part of it cleared because it was just pure virgin wood. So I had to have a little section cleared. And with the leftover money, because it was $50,000 cash, my cabin kit was $21,000 and change. So I just had like $20,000 to, fool around with, which you have to build your own foundation. So I recommend always build your log cabin up on a stem wall. Don't put it down on the ground on a slab because you'll have bug problems, termites, carpenter ants, bugs love wood. That's what happens. Watch a tree fall down in the woods and watch how fast it goes away. So anyway, the extra money had to go for that, the foundation and all that stuff. And then I lived in a tent because I didn't have anywhere to live while I was building it because I was just on my plain piece of property. And let me tell you that part was pretty miserable. But when you're doing it, you're just happy to have a dry place to sleep at night. But that's roughing it. It was really, really roughing it. It was really roughing it. But thankfully, I love nature, and I just made it work. So I lived in the tent probably a solid year before I had the roof half on this cabin. And I'm like, okay, I'm moving in. No windows, no doors in yet, just half the roof on. The walls up, half the roof on. And I was like, I'm moving in. I just couldn't stand that tent any longer. So that's what I did. And then just slowly just keep building every day, just building, working every single day, just bit by bit. And then, ta-da, here we are. It's like, so, it is a lot of hard work, but the reason I did all that hard work, let me tell you this. I knew it was going to be hard work. I was just like 5 years. Just realize you are going to work so hard for 5 years and you are going to suffer for 5 years minimum, but count on 5 for sure. But after that, when you get the house built, you're going to be mortgage free for the rest of your life. Ta-da! Still mortgage free. And that position gets more and more and more wonderful the longer you live. Just not having a mortgage is such freedom, especially in our like economy, you want to call it, the way we do things here. That mortgage is such a heavy weight on your shoulders every month that it's hard to enjoy life to the full when you just have that in your mind, like, oh, I got to come up with that money, I got to save that money, and something breaks or comes up, but you got to squeak it out because you got to pay that mortgage, and it just makes it so hard. So I want to encourage people that do want to build their own little house, just go a little house. It's better to have a little tiny house and be mortgage free than to have this big huge house and have a big mortgage with it. Like, you gotta balance that out and think about it. And I choose a little house with no mortgage because you can do so many more things in life, and you just, even if it's just relax more and just live a simple life and enjoy things in nature, it is very wonderful and enjoying. Thanks for watching, and please hit the subscribe button and click like. And if you feel like getting more of my videos, click ding the bell and it'll notify you. And happy homesteading. Bye bye.